Hi, welcome to the Teeny Tinkers channel. I make ball jointed doll and craft related content. Today's video is all about hot glue sueding. I recently got my first decent glue gun from Amazon, so I thought it was time to give it a try. Up for sueding are my two most problematic girls, posing wise, my Lillycat MSD and my Dust of Dolls girl. Neither of these girls stand on their own without a lot of help and time, and both of their knees constantly snap out of position, ruining photos and causing a lot of near falls. So, I'm gonna help them out. I decided to use the lazy method instead of disassembling the entire doll. This means I can just pull back the joint to add the hot glue. This stuff cools in seconds, so it's a lot easier than fully taking apart a doll to do this and then restringing. I will do anything to avoid restringing. So what you need generally is a low temperature hot glue gun and some glue gun sticks. That's basically it. If you're messy, something to rest the glue gun on, and maybe something to trim excess glue away. Mine says to wait 5 minutes to warm up. From there we can get going. I started on Robyn, my Lillycat girl, and the first plan of attack is these pesky knee joints. Don't get me wrong, the hips need a lot of work too, but these knees are the bane of my existence. You cannot stand her because they twist to the side. They're just, they're awful. I don't know if it was a stringing thing or if it's because she's a bit older. I'm really not sure, but whatever the case is, she needed some sueding. So I do this by bending the joint all the way back. So I pull it so that the top socket is exposed. And yes, the string is going to be in there. So my method for doing this is to add the glue around the string so it doesn't touch it. And then once it dries, to flip the joint over to the other side so that I can add glue where the string was before. It's still way faster than disassembling, that's for sure. I can already feel how much sturdier this is going to be. It doesn't feel like it's going to twist because it's not smooth resin on smooth resin, right? So I'm really excited for how this will turn out. Okay, let's do the other knee now. Okay, time for the stand test. And for the first time since I have had her, she stands. This is amazing. I do decide that I'm going to do the hip sockets as well, just so she's just a little bit sturdier, but I'm really pleased with this so far. I kind of do this twirly pattern where it's just little swirls to make sure I cover as much of the socket as possible. I figure this way I'm not lifting and I'm not creating strings that I have to pull off. There are still a couple strings, but it's really kept to a minimum with the way I did this. This girl officially stands like a rock now. As well as being able to stand, she can hold a lot more in between poses, meaning that when I slowly move her hip ball up, her legs don't snap up, her knees don't bend, they don't twist. It's so much better. For the longest time, I didn't even put Robyn in pants because I knew that her knee was going to twist and it was going to be a huge pain for me to fix it. But, I mean, girl can wear pants now, so that's going to be good. Okay, it's Bijou's turn now. So something I forgot to do with Robyn was kind of do a before and after. So this time I'm going to glue suede one entire leg, which is 3 separate joint spots for Bijou, and then compare both legs to see like the difference in posing and stuff. So I'm going to suede the right leg first, and I am of course again going to start at the knee in the exact same method with the little swirlies and the doing all around the string and then twisting it over and then around the string again. Also, the inside of these joints are huge. There's a lot of surface area to cover in these Dust of Dolls bodies. Here you can kind of see a comparison between the two legs. I can hold the in-between poses on the sueded leg, and the non-sueded leg literally snaps out of place. So, I mean, huge improvement. I'm not sure what's going on with the engineering on these joints, but the glue suede really does help. Hip socket time. So with this one, I have to do the inside of the leg joint socket, and then also the socket in the torso on either side of this giant ball in here. This ball swivels, it twists, there's nothing holding it into a locked position, there's no locks inside the joints or anything. So the glue suede, I think, is a must for this joint. It's literally just a ball spinning on an axis. So you can imagine what that is like when you're trying to pose her. This looks and feels great. Again, if we're comparing both legs, I can move the hip joint up and down, and there is some pushback, I'm not gonna lie, and I think that comes down to the engineering of the joint more than anything. This ball that doesn't have a slit in it or locks or anything, but it is a huge, huge improvement. So if anybody has this body, big recommend on the glue sueding. I've tried the thing with the saran wrap, it didn't work very well. I've tried little silicone disc things, didn't work quite the same, they eventually peel off, but this really works. So, I mean, the easiest method is sometimes the best, so. And of course, she stands beautifully. I stood her for a whole minute and she didn't fall over and she didn't buckle, which is incredible for her. I mean, would I leave her standing unattended? Probably not, but that's true of pretty much all of my dolls. But she holds poses better. I'm not worried about putting her in pants where I can't see her joints and everything's swiveling out of place anymore. It's great, honestly. 100 out of 100, 10 out of 10, do recommend glue sueding. So here they are, standing next to each other, not assisting each other, not leaning on each other, not leaning on anything else, fully supporting themselves, and I am elated. If you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing, and if you're new here, I hope you like the content and will consider subscribing. I post twice a week on Sundays and Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and it would be really awesome if you guys would join us here. Also, if you go follow on Instagram, I recently hit 1,000 subscribers over there as well, and climbing, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm just waiting for all the pieces, literally, to come together, but keep an eye out for that. Who do you think turned out better? And also, have you hot glue sueded the BJD? If so, who? And if not, what's holding you back? As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!